McQuaig will face it off against Healy and will be set to go here. Lozon will drop the puck. It's underway. It comes to Spear at the blue line. John Spear now sliding it along the boards, intercepted by Dion. Massena blue line. Dion has it poke checked away by Joubert. It goes in the corner. Healy after it. Centering pass right in front, sliding puck. And the net is knocked off its moorings. As coming in on the right wing was Phil McCarthy. He was checked right into the net and knocked the net off its moorings. So we'll have a face-off, I believe, in Massena territory, as I think that was a result of a check. Face-off will be to the left side of goaltender Greg Jeffrey. Just underway here in the championship game, Massena Invitational. Shenendehowa and the Massena Red Raiders. It's going to be Terry Healy against Bill McQuaig off the face-off. Back to the blue line. Spear, quick shot. Jeffrey makes the save, takes a whack at it, and gets it underneath as he tried to clear the puck into the corner but missed it and ended up having to jump on it and will face it off again. So Shenendehowa is putting some early pressure on here in this hockey game. McQuaig will face against Healy. Left side, or make that right side of Jeffrey this time. Off the draw, bouncing puck right in front of the net. Dion picks it up. Circles back behind his own net. Here's Tommy Dion starting out left side. Slides it ahead. Moving it out of the zone. Ahead to Kenny Hurlbut. Hurlbut just backhands it deep in Shenendehowa territory. Valeni trying to play it behind the net. Feeds it around the boards. After it there is Hurlbut. Hurlbut dumps it on the other side. Matt Hart trying to come up with it. McCarthy does. Feeds it along the boards. They jam at it. McQuaig steals it. Steps by a check and loses it. It slides out to center ice. Tommy Dion picks it up at his own blue line. Dion head man to McQuaig. McQuaig off to an open wing. It comes back into Shenendehowa territory. Picked up there by Titmarsh. Back out to center ice. Comes right back into him. He bounces it back to center ice. And it's fired down ice into Massena territory. After it is Robbie Chilton as Massena makes a defensive change. He feeds it around the boards. Up to center ice. Nell is there. He gets it back. Hurlbut picks it from him and has it at center ice. Hurlbut trying to feed it ahead. It's intercepted by Ron Kuhl. Kuhl makes a good move. Goes by Chilton. Kuhl trying to get the shot off. Dion just tied him up too well and looks to tie the puck in the corner. They jam at it. The whistle blows and we'll have a face-off as Kuhl made a pretty good move to get by Chilton, but Dion came in to cover up.
Dion came back to cover up and took him out of the play over to the corner, forcing a face-off. So early in the first period, no score, face-off into Massena end.
And let's see here. We're going to have Helfrich's line out there. Helfrich, Eddie, and Kuhl. And for Massena, the Mickey Edwards line comes out. Edwards out there. Centering, let's see here. I guess we're going to have Tayo and Seth Sovey. The headman pass comes to Sovey, goes by him. It's picked up there by Jamie Glynn. Glynn circles in his own end over to Nell. Nell out to center ice. It goes by everybody. Comes to Chilton. Chilton trying to feed it ahead. Goes off Darren King's skate into Massena territory. King in behind his net. Feeds it around to Chilton. Chilton back the other side to Seth Sovey. Sovey trying to move it out. Nell keeps it in. We have a whistle. And we're going to have an interference call. Our first penalty.
First penalty of the game here.
I think Nell is going to get the gate for that one. Oh, wait a minute. Nobody's taking credit for it.
Nobody wants to go off, but definitely an interference call, but I thought it was against Shenendehowa.
There we go. Looks like big double ought. Tony Eddy getting the gate. I thought it was Nell, but no, it's Eddy. And so Massena sends the power play unit out. Off the faceoff. Spear and Healy out there to try to kill it. And Steve Masterpolo out there as well. And let's see here. It's going to be, we'll pick up the other one in a moment as Massena brings Bill McQuaig across the blue line. McQuaig into the corner now. Left side of the goalie, takes it around behind the net. Here's McQuaig in the corner, controls it. Looking to move it. He's still got the puck. Takes it to the face-off circle. Drops it into Hart behind the net. Matt Hart with it. Back to the point. Tom Dion. Dion fakes the shot. He still got it. Slides it across to Chilton. And Chilton loses it. It slides out to center ice. He has to come back. Tom Dion. Dion. Headman pass to McQuaig. McQuaig circles at his own blue line. Starts out. Headman to Hart. Hart takes it across. Into the corner he goes. Feeds it. In behind the net. Chases it down himself. Stops. Feeds back to McQuaig. Here's McQuaig. Trying to drop it back to Dion. It's intercepted and dumped down the ice again. And we're down to 30 seconds in the power play. Dion. Long headman for Hart. Hart trying to break it in. Stops centers it, comes through right in front. Here's Hurlbut. He's knocked down, and the puck slides into the corner. McQuaig picks it up. Back to Dion at the point. Dion over to Chilton. Chilton trying to slide it through. It's knocked down by the defenseman Glynn, who dumps it down the ice right on Jeffrey. He makes the save. 9 seconds left in the penalty. Back out to center ice. Here comes McQuaig. Breaking through. McQuaig into the corner trying to sweep it through. It's poke check back to the blue line, out to center ice. And Eddie is out of the penalty box, but he is going to be whistled for taking the puck too soon without going back into his own end. And the faceoff will move into Shenendehowa territory. But Massena not very patient that time on the power play and did not have any good chances at all.
And no shots on them.
Burke's line out for Massena now against the Linen line. Justin Linan, Steve Masterpolo, and Darren Van Heusen. Paquin playing one wing along with, let's see here, Chris Parker. In behind the net, Glynn feeding it around the boards. Whalen, well, tries to keep it in, he can't. Now he dumps it back. We got to lay off sides against Massena, but it's out to center ice. Here comes Sidden, who's playing the point. Sidden and Paquin jam for it. It's picked up by Nell. Nell overskates. The puck comes free. It comes to the Massena blue line, and Sidden's back. Over to Whalen. Whalen starts out for Massena. Here comes Whalen across the blue line. A big slapper, and the save made by Valeni. Burke trying to follow it up. Puck in front. They jam at it, and it's underneath a host of players, and we'll have a face-off with 11:03 left to play here in the first period. No score in the hockey game. Face-off will come in Shenendehowa territory to the left of goaltender Ralph Valeni. As Terry Healy's line comes back out for Shenendehowa, it will be the Mickey Edwards line from Massena. Edwards, Sobey, and Tayo. Healy, Jubert, and McCarthy for Shenendehowa. Face-off left side, off the draw. The puck bouncing into the corner it goes. Picked up by Spear, trying to move it along the boards, and it bounces to Healy, and he dumps it right out to center ice. Coming through, here's a chance. McCarthy right in front, and Jeffrey got a piece of it. McCarthy really didn't have control of the puck, and Jeffrey came out of the net, and his stick touched it, knocked it off, and fortunate play for Massena that time.
That's right. As he had beat Whalen going in, but Jeffrey made a good move coming out and just tipping it with his stick. As Shenendehowa forward did not really have control of the puck as he went in, but Jeffrey made the good play. Face-off now in the Massena zone, no score.
It's going to be Helfrich's line out there. Helfrich centering Eddie and Kuhl. Back to the point. Glenn's shot, knocked down, goes into the corner. Chilton trying to come up with it. The puck bouncing around right in front. Jeffrey has to make the save. Now it hits the side of the net. The bouncing puck back to the blue line. Nell takes a whack at it. Goes off a body into the corner. Trying to center right in front. Jeffrey gets a piece of it. We're going to have a penalty. An interference call, and that's going to go against Massena that time. And Shenendehowa will go on the power play. Now, not a very big crowd here for Shenendehowa, but they're rather vocal, aren't they?
Right.
Chilton will get the interference call, and Massena now will have to try to kill off a penalty here. And let's see, we're going to have on the power play, looks like Kuhl will be out there along with Spear and Jubert up front. And dropping back will be Terry Healy and McCarthy off the faceoff. McCarthy trying to control it at the blue line, but picking it up is McQuaig. He dumps it down the net. McQuaig out there with Hurlbut and Whalen along with Dion to try to kill off this penalty. Picking up the puck, Phil McCarthy, starting out for Shenendehowa. He can handle the puck. He dumps it deep in Massena territory. Goes right on Jeffrey, and he jumps on it and holds on for the faceoff. That puck went off Tommy Dion and right on Jeffrey, who made the save. McQuaig will take the draw in Massena territory. Again, Kuhl stepping in to take the faceoff. 10:07 left, first period, 1:10 in the power play. No score in the hockey game. Little bit of movement on that faceoff, so the whistle blows. And Bobby Lozon says, wait a minute, wait till they drop the puck. Off the faceoff, puck comes back. McCarthy takes it into the corner. Dion going after him. Dion trying to pick him up. He and McCarthy jam. Dion steals the puck, pokes it ahead. It goes to Hurlbut. Here comes Hurlbut. He's got McQuaig with him. It's 2-on-2. Hurlbut takes it across, feeds to McQuaig right in front. Oh, and he just fired it wide. Really didn't get a good shot off. Nice pass from Hurlbut. McQuaig manages to tie it up in the corner, and we'll have a face-off. This time in Shenendehowa territory. Good opportunity for Massena.
Good opportunity, really, and the play was there. Herbert going on that left wing, and McQuaig just trying to bust down the center, but he was pretty well covered all the way going in. The pass came over, McQuaig just couldn't quite get control of the puck. Face off, Shenendehowa on the power play.
Cool, and McQuaig draw again. Comes to Hurlbut. Hurlbut dumps it in the corner and behind the net. 45 seconds left in the man advantage. Now they start it out. To center ice, it's McCarthy. McCarthy loses. Healy. Now McQuaig's got it. Slides it across the blue line. Somehow keeps it in. He made a nice play that time to keep it in. Now Joubert picks up the puck in the corner. Starts out. He's going to dump it in Massena territory. Around the boards it goes. Tommy Dion is there for Massena. Feeding it around into the corner. Dion again. Trying to slide it through. They jam at it. Dion's got it behind the net. Bounces it along the boards, not quite out. Now it's poke check to hit. Here comes McQuaig all by himself on the breakaway. Bill McQuaig coming in on goaltender, and nice save by Valeni. McQuaig still got it, trying to center it to Dion, and back comes Dion. Through the middle, comes to Hurlbut. Hurlbut waits, Whalen picks it up, takes a whack at it, and dumps it as the penalty is up to Massena, and a good play by Valeni.
It wasn't really a save, as he never got the shot off. Valeni really made a good play on McQuaig.
Dion with a puck now in his own end. Here he comes. Long head man for Mickey Edwards. Edwards breaking in on the right wing side. Stops. Gets a shot up. Fired it wide. Puck around the boards. King pinches in. Keeps the puck in the corner. Kicks it. And in behind the net it goes. Jason Nell after it. Feeding it around the boards. Sobey keeps it in. Trying to step by a check. He's taken out of the play. And the puck picked up by Helfrich. Helfrich around the boards. Chilton keeps it in at the point. Gets a quick wrister off. That goes wide. Puck around the boards. Phil McCarthy with it. Just dumps it to relieve the pressure. And that's going to go far enough for icing. And Massena starting to put some pressure on now.
8:11 to go in the first period. And no score. Not a lot of shots on net as yet. Pretty even so far, Jerry.
You're listening to Massena Red Raider Hockey on 1340 Radio. WMSA, Massena, New York. No score in the hockey game. 8:11 left in the first period. The Burke line out there now for Massena, and it's going to be Helfrich line for Shenendehowa. Off the face-off, Eddie with it, trying to come up with it, comes back to Nell. Nell moving along the boards. Paquin trying to pinch in. He and Nell tie it up on the puck boards, and the face-off will come again in territory of Shenendehowa to the left of Ralph Valeni. Burke will draw against Helfrich. Off the draw. The puck comes to Nell again behind the net. This time he goes around the boards to Glynn. Glynn loses it. Here's Parker in behind the net. Centering pass goes all the way back to the point. King, short side shot, goes wide. Way back to Chilton. He falls down, and here comes an opportunity for Eddie. He's going to break in all by himself on Jeffrey, and he can't get the shot off. Both teams with breakaways. Neither team can get an opportunity, and here comes Chilton back the other way. Shot from center ice. Valeni makes the save on the high shot. Chilton goes in the corner after it. Chilton looks to tie it up now. He's on top of the puck. They jam at it, and we're going to have a face-off. So both teams with breakaway opportunities. Neither team can capitalize.
Well, that time Eddie going down. The puck was ahead of him, sliding ahead, and he just racing to reach the puck, and he got the puck, and as he did, Jeffries really was out there. They didn't have to make the save, but the shot never come off. He just didn't get control of the puck, couldn't get the shot off. Two good chances for a chance for each team, I should say.
7.5 left to play first period. No score in the hockey game. Off the draw. The puck controlled by Joubert. Joubert out to center ice. Intercepted. Right back comes Matt Hart the other way. He loses to Healy. Healy bounces it to center ice. Whalen takes a whack at it. Has it poke checked away. It comes into Massena territory. Dion is there. Dion now in the corner. Has it poke checked away. Coming up, pick it up is Healy. Healy, back to the point it goes. Here's a chance. A bouncing puck goes wide in the back of the mesh. Dion picks it up. Steps by one. Circles back the other way. Looking for somebody to pass to. Goes around to Hurlbut. Hurlbut just takes a whack at it. Doesn't get it out. Bouncing puck knocked down by Whalen. Now comes into the corner. Tom Dion with it. Dion circles, moving it. In the corner, kicks it ahead, can't control it as he is double teamed. McQuaig comes in to help out. He gets railed. The puck comes behind the net. Whalen throws a check. It comes free to McCarthy. McCarthy in the corner, right side, dumps it back the other way. They jam for it. Coming in is Healy. Now McCarthy feeding it over on the other side. Here comes Whalen. Whalen steps by a check, steps by another one. Starts out, headman hits Hurlbut to McQuaig. McQuaig takes it across. Here comes McQuaig trying to break by the defenseman. Right front shot. Nice save by goaltender Valeni, and I think we're going to have a penalty. a holding call. And that's going to go against Shenendehowa. And I believe it's going to be John Spear getting the gate for that one.
Yeah, Spear tried to hold back McQuaig. McQuaig sort of faked inside, went outside, tried to go around Spear. Actually, he did get around Spear and got the shot off. It was a good save by Ralph Valeni of Shenendehowa. But Shenendehowa picked up the penalty. Massena will go on a power play.
On the power play, well, for a while it's going to be Edwards' line out there as the Massena first line was just out. King will be at one point along with Whalen. Face off, it'll be Eddie taking the draw for Shenendehowa. Eddie out there along with Glynn. And King's got it. Centering right in front. Oh, and Tayo couldn't get the stick on it. Master Polo picks it up and dumps it into Massena territory. Back for it is Whalen. Whalen behind the net now for Massena. Starts out for the Raiders. Whalen carries to center ice. Still got it. Takes it across the red line. Just dumps it in territory. Glynn picks it up. Dumps it back to center ice. It comes back in, and offsides will be called. And the Massena power play unit now coming out. They just needed a little rest.
Yeah, a little bit of a rest. That power play unit was on the ice when the penalty was called, so Stan Moore decided to let them rest for a few seconds, and that's about all the rest they had. He started off with the Edwards line. Now the McQuaig, the regular power play line, back out there.
Healy will be out now, along with McCarthy up front to try to kill it off the draw. The puck comes to Dion. Head man to Hart. He takes it across, right side. Here's Hart into the corner. Stepping by a check. Center right in front. Oh, Hurlbut couldn't come up with it. It comes back to Dion. We have a whistle. Face off right side. Apparently the net off its moorings, perhaps? Yep. So the face off will be right side of Valeni.
Another good chance. You know, Massena's had a number of chances right around the net. That time the puck came right through Hurlbut. Hey, Kenny Hurlbut does not miss those chances very often.
54 seconds left in the Massena power play. Healy will take the face against McQuaig. Off the draw. Back to Dion. Dion gets a shot off, knocked down in front. It comes to Hurlbut in behind the net. Circles. Looking to move it around. Goes back to Chilton at the point. Chilton takes a whack at it. Deflected right on. The rebound. McQuaig. Score! No, that's Hart. Matt Hart. And Massena goes up 1-0 on the power play. And again, Matt Hart right there when he has to be. As has been the case all year. Hart will get the goal from Chilton. And let's see.
Chilton anyway, well, because Chilton took the original
and
shot.
And McQuaig, I think, is going to get an assist, too.
I believe you have McQuaig. So Massena picked up a power play goal.
And it's 1-0 for the Raiders. Valeni made the save on Chilton's shot. Matt Hart getting the goal. McQuaig and Rob Chilton. So that's how it looks. Off the face-off, the puck still in the circle. Dion gets a piece of it, slides it to the blue line. Glynn is there. He loses it to Parker. Now coming back for it, it comes to Whalen. Whalen over to Dion. Dion steps across the red line. He's going to take it. Here's Dion, and we're going to have an offside called as Dion breaking in, and somebody was offsides. Burke's line out there for Massena, and it's the Lenan line for Shenendehowa. Lenan, Master Polo, and Van Heusen. Face off. Comes to Dion. He's going to take it in this time on the left side. Skates it right in the slot. Gets a quick shot off. Fired it wide. Puck goes in the corner. Master Polo and Burke jam for it. And they tie it up right there. And face off will occur in the Shenendehowa zone. 5:04 left. First period. Massena up 1-0 on a power play goal.
That was Hart and Chilton and McQuaig getting the assist on the first goal of the evening here, the afternoon, I should say, for Massena.
Edwards' line comes out for Massena now. And King and Chilton will be playing the points. And it's going to be Helfrich's line for Shenendehowa. Face off left side in the Shenendehowa territory. Off the draw, Edwards trying to win it, can't control it. It comes to Glynn, and he bounces it down into Massena territory. It's not going to go far enough for icing as Chilton catches up with it. Feeds it around the boards for Tayo. Back to Chilton the other side. Bounces by Chilton. Coming back for it is Sovey, trying to move it along the boards. Chilton coming in to help out. He bounces it around the corner again for Tayo. Here's Tayo behind the net. Starts out, looking to move it. Feeds it over to King. King just dumps it down the boards. It's intercepted at the blue line, but Tidmarsh, who dumps it back into Massena territory. Chilton there again for the Raiders. Headman pass, knocked down in front. Eddie trying to center it. A little bit of nonchalant there, but Massena breaks it out of the zone. It comes right back out to center ice. Tidmarsh is there to dump it right back in again, and King comes back for it. 4:16 left to play first period. Massena up 1-0. Comes ahead, back to the blue line, but not out. Glenn's got it, trying to skate through the middle. Quick shot, the save, the rebound, bouncing around in front, and Jeffrey gets on top of it. Has a big chance there for Cool, and he couldn't find the puck.
I'll tell you, he couldn't find the puck because Darren King was all over him. He pushed him right out of the play. It's a good defensive play by King right there as the puck was sitting in front. Jeffries could not get out there far enough and finally covered up, and face-off call in the Massena end. Good play by Darren King.
Healy's line against the McQuaig line now. Face-off right side off the draw. Back to Spear at the point. He takes a shot, and it goes wide. They tried a deflection, but it didn't work. Hart picks it up, trying to headman it to McQuaig. A little too far. McQuaig gets it off a skate into the corner, and back to pick it up is Tidmarsh. He feeds around the boards. Hurlbut is there. Hurlbut trying to circle it. Comes back to Dion at the point. Dion feeding to McQuaig in the corner. McQuaig leaves it. It comes free, and the bouncing puck bounced back to the point. Dion shot. Knocked down in front. They jam at it. Hart gets a piece of it. Valenti makes the save and covers up on it.
Ooh, again, the guy right on top of the thing is Matt Hart. The shot was taken by Dion. He didn't get a lot of wood on it. It sort of trickled in toward the crease. Hart right there got the shot, and Valenti again made the save.
Face-off will come to the right side. A little pushing and shoving, but nothing came of it. Healy will go against McQuaig again. Off the draw, the puck right in the slot. Spear feeds it behind the net. Tidmarsh, headman, Healy. Healy bounces it. Poke checked by Whalen. Now Hurlbut comes back to throw a check. The puck bouncing right at the blue line. Hurlbut picks it up. Has it poked away into Massena territory. And we have a whistle, and I think...
Elbow.
Yeah, we're going to have penalties.
Well, the elbows and the sticks were getting up over by the Massena bench, so... Another penalty to Shenendehowa.
Phil McCarthy will get the gate for elbowing. And Massena goes back on the power play. This time they don't have to wait to send anybody out because they're out there already. But now we're going to have a change. And again, Massena will go with Edwards' line to give that first line a rest for the first portion of this power play. Eddie is out there along with Cool to try to kill it off. And Glenn along with Nell off the face-off. Puck comes to Tayo. He takes a whack at it. Eddie comes up with it, dumps it back into his own territory to Nell. Nell bouncing it out to center ice. They jam at it. King gets a piece of it. Now coming back for it. It comes to Big Chilton. Chilton steps across the blue line. Starts to move it. Takes it across. Here comes Chilton right in front. The quick shot deflected high over the net. In behind the net is Sovey. Sovey taken out of the play. The puck bouncing around. Chilton has it again. Takes a short side shot, is a bit wide. Eddie after it, takes a whack at it. King keeps it in. King in the corner, looking, centering it. It comes behind the net off a leg. Now Sovey gets a piece of it. Coming after it there, it's picked up by Glenn. Glenn feeds around the boards. Eddie takes a whack at it, and it's dumped down the length of the ice. And Cool will go after it in Massena territory. Chilton just railed him, took him right out of the play. And the Massena picks up the puck. It comes to Tayo. Tayo starts back. Going to take it across the blue line, drop pass. He hits Hart, who's out there now as Massena starting to make a change. Hart centering pass. Valenti gets a piece of it, and it goes off the ice surface, and the face-off will come in Shenendehowa territory.
Now the regular power play unit is back on for Massena. Face-off will be in the Shenendehowa zone. There's 24 seconds left in the penalty to Shenendehowa.
Not going to have a lot of time, though. 24 seconds left.
But the puck's in the Shenendehowa end.
Right where they want it. Off the face-off. The puck comes to Chilton. Chilton to Hart. Hart to McQuaig. Back to Chilton at the point. Fakes the shot. Goes to McQuaig. Here's McQuaig trying to center. It goes off a leg. It's picked up by Healy, who backhands it to center ice. Dion stops it right there. Here comes Dion back the other way. Across the blue line. Dion in the corner. He stops. Here's Dion moving it through. Waiting. Now the penalty is up. Dion skates, drops to McQuaig. McCarthy is out of the box. Comes to Hart. Hart gets the shot off, and a save made by Valeni as he's pretty well tied up from behind. Here's McQuaig. Back to Hart. Hart has it poke checked, gets it back again, but here comes McCarthy breaking out. McCarthy coming in, gets a shot, score! Beautiful shot by Phil McCarthy as McQuaig, or I should say Chilton, was on him, but he used Chilton as a screen.
It was a good play by McCarthy that time, as I think he knew he couldn't get by Chilton. Chilton's so big and so rangy, but he used him as a screen. He took a quick wrist shot, and it went just to inside the post, just to the stick side of goalie Greg Jeffrey. So all tied up, 1-1.
Beautiful goal by Phil McCarthy. Healy getting the assist, I guess.
Right.
So McCarthy from Healy, and we're all tied at 1. A nice goal by Shenendehowa. 1:36 left to play here in the first period. Helfrich line out there now against the Burke line for Massena. Off the faceoff. Puck comes back to the blue line. Jamie Glynn with it for Shenendehowa. On the backhand, dumps it in Massena territory. Around the boards it goes. Whalen takes a poke at it, gets it up to Parker. Parker backhands, it goes to the point. Here's the shot, the save. The rebound comes right to Whalen. He whacks it around behind the net. Follows it himself, starts out. Here's Whalen, moving it across the red line. He's going to dump it right on the save made by Valeni. Sticks it back to the blue line. Paquin gets a shot. That was not on net, but Valeni sticked it into the corner. And back the other way, here comes Helfrich. Headman pass. They move it across. Eddie breaking in left side. Can't get the shot off. Dion had him pretty well tied up. Puck hits the side of the net. Around the boards it goes. Parker gets a stick on it. Bounces it ahead. And gets knocked off balance, but brings it out to center ice. Back the other way. Across the blue line it goes, but offsides will be called against Shenendehowa. We're down to 48 seconds left in the first period. 1-1, a tie hockey game here at the Massena Arena. Healy's line right back out there again. They'll face off against Mickey Edwards. Edwards out with Sovey and Tayo off the face-off. The puck comes to Spear at his own blue line. Sovey puts some pressure on. Here comes Edwards right in front. The shot, the save made, and the rebound comes to Tayo in the corner. Steps by a check. Here's Tayo behind the net, trying to move it around, gets double-teamed, and the puck picked up by Joubert. Joubert can't get it out. Edwards keeps it in. Steps by a check. Steps by another check. Edwards in the corner. Centering pass intercepted by Healy. Darren King has it at the point. He can't control. Comes out to Chilton at center ice. We're down to 19 seconds. Chilton bangs it off the boards into Shenendehowa territory. A hard check thrown there as the puck comes back to center ice. Following it up is King. Ahead to Tayo. Poke checked away back into Shenendehowa territory. With 7 seconds left, here comes Healy. Healy across the blue line. The quick shot goes wide. The rebound right in front. Short side shot as the buzzer sounds. And we have played a period, and it's about as close as you can get. A 1-1 tie hockey game and a good hockey game. Our broadcast being brought to you this afternoon by the following sponsors. Roots Bakery, located on North Main Street in Massena for delicious pastries and donuts and a great cup of coffee. Stop in and see Dave and Linda Root at Roots Bakery. Draw against Terry Healy as we get ready to start the second period. Healy out there with Joubert and Phil McCarthy. McQuaig out there with Hart and Hurlbut. Whalen playing 1 point along with Tom Dion, and it's going to be Tidmarsh and Spear for Shenendehowa. McQuaig takes the face-off. It comes to Dion at the blue line. Dion dumps it deep in the territory of Shenendehowa. Tidmarsh after it, feeds it around the boards. Hurlbut after it there. Back behind the net for Hart. Goes by him. Phil McCarthy comes back for it. McCarthy taken out of the play. McQuaig takes a whack at it. Goes off a body back out to center ice. Tom Dion's right there. He steps across and dumps it deep in Shenendehowa territory again. It's John Spear for the Plainsman picking it up. Spear trying to feed it around the boards. McQuaig pinching in. It comes back to the blue line out to center ice. Here comes Healy. Healy taking it from center ice, shoots in on Massena net, but not in on the net. It goes behind the net, and around the boards it comes. After it hard, he can't get it out. Tidmarsh's shot knocked down, and around the boards on the other side. Hurlbut throws the check. The puck comes to Dion. Dion feeds it out to center ice. Tidmarsh after it at his own blue line. He falls down, gets a whack at it. McQuaig gets the puck in the corner. Here's McQuaig trying to drop it back to the point. It's intercepted, and back the other way comes McCarthy. McCarthy trying to feed it through Healy. Healy gets by Whalen. Backhand shot, sorts side. Didn't have much to shoot at. Hits the side of the net. Now he feeds it around the boards. It comes to Whalen. Whalen steps by a check. Skates it out. Whalen loses the puck. The puck comes free. McCarthy back for it. And he's just going to loft it deep into Massena territory. After it, there is Dion. Dion and Helflich go after it. It comes to Whalen. Whalen drops it back to Dion. Dion, headman to Tayo is the second line out there now. Tayo skates by a check across the red line, trying to feed it ahead for Edwards. It's intercepted by Glenn. Glenn comes back the other way. Glenn trying to get it by Whalen, gets a shot off and fired it wide, but not too far too wide. Eddie keeps it in, feeds it around behind the net for Kuhl. Kuhl trying to center it. It's intercepted by Tayo. Puck bouncing around in the corner. Whalen picks it up again, takes a whack at it behind the net. It comes to Dion. Dion starts out from Massena, breaks it ahead to Edwards, too far. Going to go all the way down the ice, but right on Valenti, has to make the save, and he leaves it behind the net for Glenn. Glenn feeding it around the boards. Coming back to pick it up is Kuhl. Kuhl for Shenendehowa, having trouble finding it, now feeds it back again for Glenn. Glenn circles behind his own net. Now it's Sovey getting a piece of it. It comes on the other side to Nell. We have a whistle, and we're going to have some penalties. I think we're going to have matching minors.
I would think Glenn and Sovey probably going off for a roughing.
Sovey's coming off for sure. Now, wait a minute here. Apparently, it's just, well, now here comes Glenn.
I think they both got to go.
Yeah, they do. Sovey coming off, and Glenn comes off as well. So we're going to have 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. And we'll be facing off in Shenendehowa territory. Edwards will take the draw. He's out there with Tayo. And he'll face it off. Well, wait a minute here. Healy is out there. Somebody moved on the face-off, so we'll do it all over again. Healy out there with McCarthy for Shenendehowa. Off the face-off, it comes to Tayo. He feeds it back into the corner. Coming back for it there is Spear. He and Edwards jam in the corner. The puck slides free. It's picked up by Terry Healy. Healy feeding it over on the other side for Tidmarsh. Tidmarsh, headman pass, goes by everybody out to center ice. King with it. Takes a whack at it, kicks it ahead for Edwards. Edwards trying to feed it through. Tayo, it's intercepted, and back the other way comes Tidmarsh. Tidmarsh breaks down the ice, trying to skate through the middle. He's taken out of the play by Chilton. The puck comes free, and back the other way comes Tayo. Here's Tayo for Massena across the blue line. Tayo drops it back to the point. Chilton shot. Goes wide, and the rebound is picked up and racing down. Here comes McCarthy. He's taken out of the play, has to come back for the puck. McCarthy's got it, now over skates, backhands it. Edwards gets a piece of it, jams at it right in front of the bench, and finally McCarthy dumps it deep in Massena territory as Shenendehowa will make a change. Here's Chilton with it. 30 seconds left in the matching minors. Chilton dumps it down the ice. That'll be an icing call on Massena. Tried to hit McQuaig with a pass, but it went by him. And the face-off will come back in Massena territory.
So Stanmore will have a change out there. Let's see, sending McQuaig and Hurlbut up front. Dion and Whalen back on defense.
28 seconds left in the penalties. 11:41 left in the period. We're still tied at a goal apiece. Kuhl will take the face-off against McQuaig. Off the draw, the puck right in front. Kuhl gets a shot. Oh, just wide. Kuhl made a heck of a move to get that shot off and fired it wide. Here's McQuaig, the headman pass to Dion. Dion has it bounced by him up into the penalty box. And Seth Sobey will have to retrieve it there, and he hands it to the referee. And we'll face it off. McQuaig will face against Kuhl in the Shenendehowa half of center ice. Off the draw, the puck comes to Hurl, but a little bit too far for him. Picked up by Spear, who bounces it to center ice. Dion knocks it down, brings it back across the shot. Nice save by Valenti. He lost it. Poked in the net. Dion! That was a beauty.
I'll tell you, that was Dion, you might say, all alone. He took the hard slap shot. The save was made, and Valenti really made a good shot. Good save on a slap shot. You know, most people would skate away. Dion did not. He continued in, picked up the rebound, and put it home. Massena goes up 2-1.
Valenti made the save, but he didn't know where the puck was. Dion did. He followed it in and poked it in the net. Tommy Dion getting the goal unassisted. That's pretty obvious as he took the shot.
He almost got to get the assist himself. He took the shot, picked up the rebound, and put it home.
I don't think they let you get.
No, I don't think they let you do that. But
so Tommy picks up the goal unassisted, and it's 2-1 Massena. Off the face-off. Here comes Shenendehowa as both players are back out on the ice, and we're even. Whalen feeds it around the boards. Comes to Dion. Dion back to Whalen. We've got the second line out there, the Edwards line, out to center ice. Controlled by Shenendehowa. Again, it's Nell at his own blue line. Well, let's see here. We don't have the second line. We've got some changes. Across the board, Healy to McCarthy. He's taken out of the play nicely by Hart. Good defensive play by Hart, back-checking. And McQuaig comes up with a puck and sweeps it ahead. Dion trying to follow it. McQuaig does. He's got it, but he's taken out of the play. The puck bouncing free, and it's picked up by Joubert. Joubert bangs it off the boards. Whalen intercepts at the red line, dumps it right back in. It's picked up there by Nell, who dumps it back into Massena territory, but not far enough for icing. Dion will pick it up. In behind the net it goes. He and Nell jam for it. Puck comes free now. Joubert kicks it ahead. Now McQuaig gets a piece of it in behind the net. Try to tie it up there. It goes around the boards off the stick of McQuaig. Hart picks it up. Hart dumps it back in traffic. It goes to Tom Dion behind the net. Dion, headman to McQuaig. McQuaig steps by a check. Brings it down the right sideline across the blue line. Steps by a defenseman. Here comes McQuaig right in front. Oh, and Hart just fired it wide. Beautiful setup by McQuaig. Now the puck back to Chilton at the point. He knocks it through the middle. Hurlbut gets a piece of it to McQuaig. McQuaig takes a whack, fired it just wide. Back to Hart. Hart takes a whack at it. Bounces right in front to McQuaig. McQuaig can't get the shot off. Goes to Chilton. Chilton over to King, and it's out to center ice and back into Massena territory. King throws a hard check. The puck comes free. Chilton after it. In the corner, they jam at it. Picked up by Healy behind the net. Looks to circle. He is knocked down. The puck comes free, and it's picked up by Hurlbut. Back the other way comes Massena. Hurlbut upended at the blue line. It's dumped back into Massena territory, and King goes after it. King taken out of the play hard by McCarthy, but Chilton is there to pick it up. Starts back for Massena. Chilton has a little trouble playing it. Gets it out to center ice. He and Healy jam at it. Cool gets a piece of it. Back into Massena territory. We have a whistle. And I think that was an offside call.
I believe offside call. It'll be just outside the Massena blue line. Massena leads on by a score of 2-1, and the go-ahead goal scored by number 5, Tommy Dion, doing it all alone, unassisted.
Burke's line out from Massena now against the Lenan line for Shenendehowa. Lenan, Van Heusen, and Master Polo. Thompson out there for the first time tonight to play defense. Or no, excuse me, that's Tidmarsh again, along with Spear. Headman pass goes by Paquin. It's dumped back into Massena territory. And back for it is Burke. Burke in behind his own net. Circles, being forechecked. Feeds it over on the other side for Dion. They always look for old number 5 when they get in trouble, don't they?
Sure do.
Now he feeds ahead to Whalen. Whalen takes it across the blue line. Here comes Whalen putting out a few good moves. Into the corner it goes. Trying to drop it back to the point, but it's dumped out to center ice. And he saw Tom Dion, but couldn't get him the puck. Dion at his own blue line, steps by a check. Here comes Dion now, putting on a show. Takes it across, trying to slide it through. Valeni gets a piece of it as the puck just a little bit too far. Now they tie it up in the corner. The whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off with 8:24 left in the second period. Massena on top 2-1.
And still a pretty tight game up and down the ice. Second period, just about like the first period. I thought getting a little bit more physical, though. Bodies flying around here a little bit, Jerry.
Both teams throwing some pretty hard checks. Chilton has made his presence known out there a couple of times. And a couple of the players for Shenendehowa have laid on the body a little bit to McCarthy and Healy, especially. It's going to be the Edwards line out there against the Healy line off the faceoff. Puck in behind the net. They jam for it. It comes around the boards to McCarthy. Now in the corner, trying to pick it up. It goes back around on the other side. Edwards trying to get a piece of it. And out to center ice it comes. Here comes Healy. Healy ahead to McCarthy. McCarthy breaking in behind the net. And he is upended by Chilton. There's going to be a penalty on Shenendehowa. Back to the point. Nell gets the shot. Massena touches the puck, and the penalty will be called. Chilton trying to sweep check the puck with a big stick, and he upended McCarthy, and the penalty will be called. A tripping call. Not an awful lot of doubt about that one. So we're going to see Kuhl out there along with Spear up front. And Adam Joubert Healy and McCarthy drop back to play the point. So we're going to have a couple of forwards back at the point. The defenseman moves up to play wing. So what we've got is 4 forwards and a defenseman on this power play. Massena sends McQuaig out there. Here's a shot by McCarthy. Goes way wide. After it is Whalen, takes a whack at it. Pokes it into the corner. Ahead to McQuaig. Here comes McQuaig with Hurlbut. And he's going to dump it down the ice. In behind Shenendehowa territory, Phil McCarthy picks it up. 1:14 left in the power play. Here comes McCarthy. Moving it in on the off wing. Dumps it in behind the net. Around the boards it comes. Whalen is there to bang it. It comes to McCarthy in the corner. He feeds it behind the net. In for Spear. Spear and Dion jam. The whistle blows as they tie it up. And the faceoff will come in Massena territory. 56 seconds left in the Shenendehowa power play. 7:23 left in period number 2. The score, 2-1 Massena.
And the faceoff will be in the Massena zone. Of course, Shenendehowa on the power play. This is only their second power play of the night.
Cool will take the faceoff against McQuaig. Right side. Off the faceoff, back to Healy. His shot, saved the rebound. Oh, just wide. Good opportunity there for Cool, and he fired it just wide as Jeffrey gave up the rebound. Now Dion has the puck, feeding it through to McQuaig. McQuaig breaks it out for Hurlbut. Hurlbut breaking down the right wing side, across, stops about halfway, and dumps it in the corner, as McQuaig was just too well tied up to get anything going. Now a hard check thrown by Dion. McQuaig picks up the puck, has it poke checked away, right back in. We have a delay offsides on Massena. Now a penalty is called. I think McQuaig did get called for the penalty.
No, Yep. Yeah.
They called it a little bit late because Massena had touched it after that hit. But now Massena will be killing a man, two-man down.
McQuaig, though.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Billy McQuaig called on a tripping.
So the faceoff will come outside. And it's going to be a two-man disadvantage for Massena for 17 seconds. So we've got Dion out there along with Edwards and Whalen. And that's it for Massena for 17 seconds till they get Chilton back. Off the faceoff, Dion gets a piece of it ahead to Edwards. Now the puck poke checked away. It's picked up there by Terry Healy. Healy headmans it, intercepted by Whalen. Bangs it off the boards. Mickey Edwards gets a piece of it and dumps it deep in Shenendehowa territory. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Penalty up on Chilton, and he is on the ice. Here comes Healy. Dumps it in Massena territory. And Dion knocked it down with a high stick, and a faceoff will come in Massena territory. 1:08 left in the second power play for Shenendehowa. 6:22 left in the second period. Massena is still clinging to a 2-1 lead. Let's see who we have out there now. McCarthy will be out there. It's going to be Helfrich taking the face-off, and Master Polo. No, that's going to be Eddie on the left side. So they've got the regular second line out there.
Doing something to his equipment repair. Referee says, hey, you can't do that on the ice. Equipment repair is done in the box.
So they toss that line off, and another line comes back. That's going to be the Healy line back out there, only we're going to have their regular power play unit as Cool steps in the center. Joubert, along with who now? We'll pick it up in a moment. Off the faceoff, puck still just sitting in the circle, bouncing around, and Edwards comes out of the pack with a puck and leads the attack down ice and dumps it deep into Shenendehowa territory. It's dropped by Healy, or McCarthy rather, to Healy, ahead to Cool. Cool's pass. It comes to McCarthy. He takes it across, has it poke checked away by Chilton. Now Joubert picks it up in the corner, setting it up. Chilton takes it away from him, backhands it. Oh, but it doesn't go out as it went off Eddie's. Here comes Massena with a breakaway. Tayo's going to come in all by himself. Tayo breaking in right in front, shoots. Fired it wide. Didn't really get the good shot off. Almost exactly the same thing that happened to Bill McQuaig, only the goalie wasn't involved. Now back the other way. Here comes Adam Joubert, sliding it through the middle, but Chilton had his man too well tied up, and he dumps it down the ice with 14 seconds left in the power play. So Massena's had 2 chances to score shorthanded goals and has not capitalized either time. 6 seconds in the penalty. Here comes McCarthy, ahead to Kuhl. Kuhl takes it across the blue line. Backhand pass intercepted by Dion. Dion comes back down the ice, breaking down across the blue line, trying to center it. It goes in on Valeni, and he sticks it into the corner. Now it's dumped back to center ice, and it's picked up there by Whalen. Whalen steps across the red line, dumps it right back in Shenendehowa territory. The bouncing puck played by the goaltender. It goes in behind the net, and they jam for it. And Eddie trying to dump it out there. It's picked up by Hurlbut, feeding Hart. Hart can't quite control it. The puck comes free, picked up again by Glynn. Glynn behind the net, feeding it around the corner. McCarthy looking for it, trying to dump it back on the other side to Glynn. Now Hart throws the check. The puck comes free. Another check thrown. Hart picks it up, trying to center it to Hurlbut. Goes all the way back to the point. Picked up by King. He's taken out of the play. Hart comes in there. Hart's got the puck now, controlling it, trying to get the shot off, knocked down in front. It goes into the corner, and John Spear picks it up. Hart throws a hard check, and they tie it up in the corner, and we'll have a face-off. A lot of action.
Oh, a lot of action, and good effort by Massena in their forechecking on Shenendehowa. That puck was kept in the Shenendehowa end. What a good minute. And finally, it goes against the board. Matt Hart said, hey, I think we need a little rest. He ties up the puck against the board, so the face-off will be in the Shenendehowa, and Massena leads 2-1 with 4:18 to go, second period.
Face-off will be to the left side of goaltender Ralph Valeni as the Burke line out there for Massena, and he'll face it off against the Helfrich line off the face-off. Puck controlled by the Plainsmen. They feed it around the boards. It comes to Master Polo. He can't clear it out of the zone. Over on the other side, back there is Nell. Now bouncing it back to the blue line. Master Polo takes a whack at it. Not out. Kept in by Massena. Here comes Burke. He can't keep it in. It bounces to Dion at center ice. Tommy Dion with it. Controlling the puck. Steps by a check. Steps by another check. Takes it across the blue line. We have a penalty on Shenendehowa. Short side shot. The rebound goes just wide as Dion got a heck of a good shot off. And we're going to have a penalty.
We got a slashing call against Shenendehowa.
And a high sticking. I think there's going to be two.
Okay, I think you're right. I think both referees called penalties on that. Shenendehowa.
Let's see who it was.
There goes 6.
That's
for Shenendehowa's Master Polo going off.
Maybe that was it.
That could be.
I guess that's it. I thought one called holding and one called high sticking. But apparently that's not the case, so Master Polo gets the gate. We'll see what the call is. I'm not sure what it is.
I thought he called it slash, but...
That's what it looked like. No, high sticking is the call. And right off the face-off, the Plainsmen dump it down, and it hits the side of the net as it took a funny bounce off the boards. And Tom Dion headmans it to Bill McQuaig. McQuaig steps by a check. Takes it across, fakes the shot now, into the corner it goes. McQuaig looking to pick it up, circles behind the net, drops it back to Dion at the point. His quick shot, knocked down, and here's an opportunity for McCarthy, but Chilton is going to get back and tie him up, and he can't get the shot off. Chilton made a good play. He's going to have a penalty call, but that was necessary. And so Chilton gets a hooking call. And so, for 58 seconds, we'll be skating 4-on-4, and then Shenendehowa will go on the power play. 2-1, Massena leading, with 3:12 left to go in the second period.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a good penalty, as number 10, McCarthy, had a breakaway. But I'll tell you, that was a guy with a short leg trying to outrace a guy with a long leg, and he couldn't do it. Chilton caught up to him, hooked him.
Off the face-off, puck sitting in the circle, controlled by Dion. He starts out for Massena. Headman pass to Hurlbut. Hurlbut takes it across. Drop pass for McQuaig. McQuaig, the quick shot. Hurlbut shot, short side shot. Nice save by Valeni. I think that was a case of Valeni happened to be in the right spot at the right time. Now McQuaig, or Hurlbut rather, steals the puck, takes it across, feeding for McQuaig. McQuaig gets by one, shoots, and it's fired just wide. I think it went off a leg. Now the puck in the corner with 30 seconds left in the Massena penalty as McQuaig throws a check. Hurlbut picks up the puck, centering it. It's intercepted. And back the other way, here comes Jamie Glynn. Glynn across the Massena, well, not quite. It was poke checked away at the blue line. Now a hard check thrown by McQuaig, but offsides was called first, I think.
I believe so. I think the offside was called first. No penalty.
Oh, no, that was a good clean check, but The faceoff will be outside Massena territory. .16 seconds left in the Shenendehowa penalty, 48 in the Massena penalty. Still 2-1 Massena, 2.5 left to play. Period number 2 off the draw. Edwards. Puck pounces past Whalen into Massena territory. Whalen comes back for it. Starts down ice. Takes it across the blue line out to center ice. Headman pass hits Edwards. Edwards across the blue line. Trying to dump it through. Cool intercepts his pass. And the penalty is up to Shenendehowa. And they've got the power play for about 25 seconds. Here comes Eddie. Dumps it. Bounces. Hits the back of the net. Whalen takes a whack at it. He can't control. Cool's got it. Short side right in front. Shoots it right on. But he was pretty well tied up by Whalen and got a very weak shot off. And Jeffrey just jumped on top of it. 15 seconds left in the Shenendehowa power play. 1:57 second period. Massena up on a score of 2-1. Faceoff will come to the left of goaltender Greg Jeffrey.
And again, not many shots on net here in the second period as in the first period. First period, Jeffries had 7 saves, Valenti 8 saves. They won't have that many this period.
They got about 3 apiece.
About 3 apiece this period so far.
Been a close checking second period.
Very close.
I think both teams know not to let the other team get wheeling. McQuaig will take the faceoff. Off the draw, puck in the slot, controlled by Hurlbut. He fires it down the ice. 10 seconds left in the power play. Valenti leaves it for Spear. Spear feeds it around the boards for Tidmarsh. Back to Spear. Spear with it. Over to Tidmarsh. And the penalty is up to Massena. We're back to full strength both ways. Taking it across. Here's Joubert. Shot right on. Save made by Jeffrey. In the corner it goes. Healy dumps it back to the point. Here's Spear's shot deflected in the net.
I think that was number 10. You see, McCarthy deflected that shot in. Jeffries really never had a chance on that. The shot was taken from the left point, and McCarthy right in front of the net deflected it high over the right shoulder of goalie Greg Jeffries. All tied 2-2.
Yes, we certainly are. Tied at 2, and with 1:30 left in the second period, that's a big goal for Shenendehowa. McCarthy from Spears, how the goal will read.
Spears took the shot from the left point and was deflected in by McCarthy.
So McCarthy has got a goal, or both goals, right? Yeah, McCarthy's got both goals for Shenendehowa. Off the faceoff, puck to the Massena blue line. Parker takes a whack at it, back out to center ice. Here comes Paquin. Paquin along the boards to Parker. Parker back to Paquin. Paquin has it poke checked away. Chilton comes up with it. Here's Chilton feeding it along the boards. The puck comes free. Paquin throws the check. Goes deep in territory of Shenendehowa. Back there to pick it up is Jamie Glynn. Feeding it around the boards. Now the puck bounces to center ice. Long headman pass. That's going to be an icing call. No, it doesn't go far enough as Eddie catches up with it. Hard check thrown behind the net. Chilton coming after the puck. He's got it. Starts back the other way. Here's Chilton for Massena. Breaking down the right wing side. 43 seconds left. Ahead to Paquin. He didn't see it. The puck back out to center ice. Poke checked away by Burke. Bouncing puck. Parker gets a piece of it. Trying to dump it through. Picked up by Cool. Cool takes it across for Joubert. His shot upstairs. Hits the glass. Around the boards it goes. Glynn pinches in. Tries to keep it in. He does. Now the puck comes to Parker. Parker gets a piece of it. Puck still in Massena territory as it's dumped behind the net. Picked up by Dion. Dion and Joubert jam at it. The puck bouncing in the corner. They tie it up with 12 seconds left to play. The faceoff will come in Massena territory. 2-2 tie hockey game. We're right where we were at the end of the first period. Only that was 1-1. Now we're 2-2. Massena, Shenendehowa. Healy's line will be out there and McQuaig's line. Face off Massena territory to the left of goaltender Greg Jeffrey. Off the draw. The puck picked up by Hart. Hart out to center ice, down the ice. 7-6-5. There's the icing call. And we'll go right back into Massena territory with 4 seconds left in the period. We're tied at 2. Massena, Shenendehowa in the championship game of the Massena Invitational High School Hockey Tournament. Off the face-off. Puck bounces back to the blue line. 1 second, there's the buzzer. And no shots or anything gotten off in that last 4 seconds. So, we played 2 periods now, and we are far from deciding anything as the score remains tied at 2. Our broadcast being brought to you this afternoon by the folks at Roots Bakery on North Main Street in Massena, by Crinklaw Lawn and Garden. The puck comes back to John Spear. Spear trying to dump it down. It goes into Massena territory. Whalen picks it up, can't control it. The bouncing puck, Hart sweeps it back out to center ice. McQuaig comes up with it, can't quite control it. Goes ahead to Healy again. Healy crosses the blue line, gets the shot off. It's knocked down immediately, and back out comes Massena's Hart. Hart takes it across. He dumps it into the corner. He's upended. The puck comes free to Spear. Spear taken out of the play by Hurlbutt. Hurlbutt moving it along the boards, and the tie-up and the face-off will come in Shenendehowa territory. 2-2 tie hockey game as both teams will make a line change here. The Mickey Edwards line coming out for Massena, and it's going to be the Helfrich line out there for Shenendehowa. Helfrich out there with Eddie and Cool. Edwards out there along with Seth Sovey and Jeff Tayo. King and Chilton are playing the points for Massena. And it's Nell and Glenn for Shenendehowa. Off the face-off, puck in the circle. Helfrich picks it up and starts out. Here's Helfrich, around the boards it goes, bounce back to the blue line. Edwards keeps it in, has it poked away. Here comes Shenendehowa. They've got a 2-on-1. Breaking in, Helfrich drops it to Nell. The shot, oh, nice save, and a big one by Jeffrey. Here's another shot, bouncing around in front of the net. And it comes to Eddie. We have a whistle controlling the puck with a high stick. And I'll tell you, Greg Jeffrey might have made the game save right there.
Boy, he sure did. It was a 2-on-1 situation. And as they went into that 2-on-1, defenseman King went down on the ice. They took the shot. I'll tell you, that was probably the biggest save of the game for Greg Jeffries.
14:05 left to go. So the first big opportunity goes to Shenendehowa.
It was, as Massena really got caught up ice. There was a 2-on-1 situation.
Made that defensive mistake that you don't want to see.
You can't make that.
All right, Burke's line out there now against the Lenan line. Burke and Lenan both get tossed from the circle. So stepping in is Parker to take the face-off against Van Heusen. Off the draw, the puck along the face-off circle back to the point and by everybody out to center ice. Back for it is Whalen at the blue line. Pokes it ahead for Paquin. Paquin just steers it into Shenendehowa territory, right back out to the Massena blue line. Whalen comes back for it into his own end. Whalen, headman pass. Burke steps by a check, dumps it ahead for Parker. Parker taken out of the play by Van Heusen. The puck comes in behind the net. Now it's Paquin picking it up behind the net, trying to feed it ahead to Parker. Paquin is tied up. The puck slides free. They jam for it. Where is it? It's still behind the net. Finally, the whistle blows. Somebody's called for a hand pass. I think that was against Shenendehowa, and the faceoff will come in their territory to the right of goaltender Ralph Valeni. As Massena will send the McQuaig line back out there, and right back out comes the Terry Healy line. 13:29 left to play here, period number 3. 2-2 tie hockey game. Massena, Shenendehowa in the championship. Off the face, right back to Chilton at the point. His shot knocked down, picked up by Hurlbutt. Drops back to Chilton again. Gets another shot, deflected off Hart's skate, goes in the corner. After it, Hurlbutt. Hurlbutt tied into the boards by Glenn. The puck poke checked ahead by Healy, and it's out to center ice. Back for it is Hart. Hart with the puck. Over to King. King has it bounced by him. The puck comes free. McQuaig picks it up, drops it back to Chilton. Chilton starts back for Massena. Headman pass goes to Hart. It goes by him. Chilton gets a piece of it, but it slides back to King at the Massena blue line. King. Headman pass intercepted by Healy. Healy takes it across the blue line. The shot knocked down by Chilton. The puck comes free to King in behind the net. King moving along the boards. Loses to Joubert. Gets it back again. Slides it to the blue line. King. Now McQuaig can't control it. Picked up by Healy. McQuaig sweeps it out to center ice to Hurlbutt. Hurlbutt feeds the streaking Hart. breaks across the blue line. Here comes Hart in the corner, trying to center it to McQuaig. Nobody there as McQuaig too well tied up. It comes all the way back out to center ice. Here's Dion. Headman, meant for McQuaig, bounces over his stick. Glenn picks it up off the boards, and it's dumped back into Massena territory. Back in there for it is Whalen. Whalen behind his own net starts out for the Raiders. Whalen skates by a check. Headman for Sovey, too far. That'll be an icing call on Massena. 12:05 left to play here in the third period. A 2-2 tie hockey game.
Well, face off back in the Massena zone. 12:05 to go. All tied 2-2. Massena's goal coming off the sticks of Hart and Dion. McCarthy of Shenendehowa picking up both goals.
It's going to be the Edwards line out for Massena against the Helfrich line for Shenendehowa. Off the face-off, puck in the circle. They jam for it. Poked just wide. Helfrich got a good shot off. Now Tyle comes back for it, picks it up behind the net, feeds it around to Dion. Dion stops in the corner. Back around the other way to Whalen. Whalen starts out left side. Headman pass goes by everybody. I don't think it touched anybody. That'll be an icing call on Massena again.
Again, the puck will go back to Massena's zone. That's twice in a row. Massena has called for icing, so the face-off back in the Massena zone with what, 3 minutes and 15 seconds elapsed in the third period. Massena unable to have a shot on net as yet in the third period.
Edwards line. No, wait a minute. Massena making a change here as the Burke line comes out. Burke will take the face-off against Linan. Face-off left side, Massena territory. Off the face-off, the puck comes to Dion in behind the net. Tommy Dion with a puck for the Raiders. Trying to headman it to Burke. Gets bounced. The puck poked wide. Comes right back in the slot. And nobody could get the shot off. And the puck out to center ice as Van Heusen couldn't quite find the handle. Puck at the Massena blue line. Whalen with it. Over to Dion. Dion starts it out. Here comes Dion across the blue line. Tries to slide it through. It's picked up by Nell, who dumps it down to Massena territory. And that's going to go by the net, and icing will be called, this time against Shenendehowa. Both teams playing a little bit tentatively.
Yeah,
here.
A little bit tentative, not wanting to make the big mistake. Icing call now on Shenendehowa, so the face-off will be in the Shenendehowa end with the 11:15 to go, all tied, 2-2.
McQuaig will take the draw for the Massena Red Raiders, and it's going to be Healy back out there for Shenendehowa. Pretty much matching lines here so far in the third period. They didn't in the first two. Off the face-off, puck around the boards and out to center ice. Here comes Healy. King's the only man back. Joubert breaking in as well. Healy shot. The save by Jeffrey, and a big one there. Behind the net, here comes Massena out to center ice off Hart's stick. Spear gets a piece of it, bangs it back to the blue line. Healy takes a whack at it, dumps it right back into Massena territory. Chilton is there for Massena, kind of overskates it, trying to take a whack at it. Now he dumps it around on the other side to King. King feeds it along the boards for Hart, and Massena breaks it out again. Headman goes to McQuaig, intercepted, right back the other way. Tidmarsh, he dumps it in Massena territory. In around behind the nets it goes. McCarthy trying to hit the side of the net. He does, and dumped on by Jeffrey. Face-off will come as the line changes are coming quickly here.
I think we got a couple penalties coming up, too.
Yep, we do. McCarthy will go off for Shenendehowa, and Hart for Massena.
Probably a couple roughing calls.
Yeah.
So it'll be a 4-on-4 situation.
So Mickey Edwards comes out along with Jeff Tyo for Massena. It's going to be Cool and Eddie for Shenendehowa. Glenn playing 1 point along with Nell. Dion for Massena along with Whalen. Here comes Tommy Dion, trying to slide it through, trying to get by a check. He's taken out of the play. The puck comes to Glenn behind the net. Glenn with it. Headman pass to Eddie. Eddie for Shenendehowa drops it back to his defenseman. Back up to Eddie again. Puck stolen. Here comes Tyo. Tyo upended on the play. The puck comes to Nell. Nell behind his own net takes a sweep at it. Feeds it around the boards for Eddie. Eddie moving it up along and out to center ice. Knocked down by Whalen. Back the other way. Here comes Edwards trying to break it in. He overskates. The puck taken away from him by Glenn and out to center ice. Here's Glenn. Dumping it in Massena territory. Stopped by Jeffrey behind the net. Leaves it for Whalen. Whalen has it taken away. They jam for it. Whalen kicks it ahead, and it comes to Tyo. Tyo hits Edwards with the headman. Edwards just pokes it deep in Shenendehowa territory as Massena's going to make a change. And McQuaig back out on the ice. McQuaig going to forecheck, trying to steal the puck. It comes to Joubert. He kicks it out to center ice. Joubert goes right by Whalen, trying to go in on Dion, right in front, shot, fired it wide. And boy, that was a nice rush by Joubert. We have a whistle and a penalty and a high sticking against Massena.
That's against Tommy Dion as Joubert came in. Actually, he beat Dion and got the shot off, but just shot it wide. So Dion will go penalty for Massena Shenendehowa on the power play.
19 seconds left in the matching minors, so it'll be a 4-on-3 for a while. And then it'll be just a straight power play for Shenendehowa. They send their power play unit over the side. Joubert will be out there along with Kuhl and back at the point, Spear and Healy. Of course, McCarthy, who's part of that power play unit, is in the box, but he'll be out in a moment.
Big chance here for Shenendehowa.
McQuaig takes the faceoff off the draw. It comes to Whalen. And Whalen just bounces it out to center ice. Healy tried to stop it, but couldn't quite get it. Now here comes Spear. Dumps it in Massena territory. 7 seconds in the matching minors. The puck in the corner. Chilton throws the check. McQuaig comes up with a puck. Starts down ice. Now we've got two men back. McQuaig takes it across. Gets a shot off. Valeni makes the save. McQuaig goes after it in the corner. Trying to slide it back to the blue line. He's taken out of the play. And the puck comes free. And back the other way. Here comes Phil McCarthy. McCarthy across the blue line. Offsides will be the call. And we're down to 57 seconds left in the Shenendehowa power play. 8:48 left in the third period. It's 2-2. Tie hockey game.
A big chance for Shenendehowa here, Jerry. With only 8:48 to go, they're on the power play. They've got their chance to go ahead.
Edwards will take the faceoff. Off the draw against Kuhl. The puck dumped by McCarthy in Massena territory goes in behind the net. After it is Chilton. Bangs it around the boards. It's dumped back to the point. McCarthy takes a whack at it. Glove save. The rebound right in front. Another big save, that time by Whalen. And the puck comes free. They jam at it. It's in the slot. Whalen comes up with it and golfs it down the ice. And Billy Whalen made two big plays right there. As Jeffrey made the initial save, but he was down and out. And following it up was Whalen to make the save. Puck comes into Massena territory. Hard check thrown by Edwards. And Chilton just dumps it back the other way. 20 seconds left in the power play. Healy in behind his own net now. Starts out for Shenendehowa. Feeding it ahead to McCarthy. McCarthy, a good hockey player. Got to watch him. Across the blue line. He shovels it in behind Massena net. Whalen there. Trying to tie it up. Moves it along the boards. Kicks it. Whalen still got it. Bounces it. Now it comes to McQuaig. The penalty is up, and it's underneath Shenendehowa player, tied up in the corner, and Dion back on the ice. And Massena killed it off, but had a tough time.
But it was pretty close. Shenendehowa had that one little flurry there. The first save was made by Greg Jeffries, and he gave up the rebound. The second save was made by defenseman Billy Whalen. I'll tell you, it was close there. Shenendehowa could have gone ahead.
Helfrich's line out there now. Massena will, what now? No, we're going to have the Edwards line out for Massena. McQuaig was out ready to take the face-off, but not the case. Off the draw. Massena breaking out. Here comes Tayo after it. Tayo takes it across. He is hauled down in the corner. There's going to be a penalty on Shenendehowa right there, and that's going to go against Jamie Glenn. And Massena will have a power play opportunity. .7:38, about halfway through the third period. 2-2 tie hockey game. Now McQuaig steps over the boards. And the Massena power play unit is out. Eddie coming out to try to kill it off. Along with Spear and Master Polo. And I can't see who the other defenseman is. We'll pick him up in just a moment. I think that's going to be Tidmarsh off the faceoff. Here's McQuaig, right front, short side shot. Oh, he fired it wide. Oh, big chance. As he was falling down, got the shot off. Now Hart drops it to Chilton. Chilton across to Dion. Dion winds the shot. The save made by Valeni. The rebound. Hurlbutt in behind the net. Hurlbutt right in front. Oh, Hart can't get the shot off. It comes to Chilton. Chilton now Takes the wind. The shot knocked down by a defenseman. It comes to Hurlbut. Poke checked away from him and dumped down the ice, but not out. Now the puck slides through right in front. It's under a defenseman. That's John Spear on top of it.
Well,
and he ties it up.
Spear just sort of laid down as he did. The puck was underneath him. I tell you, Tommy Dion did a heck of a job that time, keeping the puck inside the blue line as Shenendehowa, trying to kill the penalty, tried to clear the puck. Dion took the shot, but Spear just covered it up. Now face-off in the Shenendehowa zone. 56 seconds left in the penalty to Shenendehowa.
I thought that was down the ice for
so
sure.
Did I.
McQuaig will take the draw against McCarthy. Off the face-off, it comes to Hurlbut. Hurlbut right in the slot, gets a shot off, knocked down in front. Back to the point now to center ice. As Chilton was going the wrong way to stop that one. 45 seconds in the power play. Dion picks it up for Massena. Starts back for the Raiders. Here comes Dion across the red line. Dumps it through, intercepted, dumped back down the ice by John Spear. Dion comes back for it again. Starts back. 25 seconds in the power play. Headman goes to McQuaig, goes by his skate. Hart gets a piece of it. McCarthy, he steals and dumps it down the ice again. Massena having trouble after an initial flurry, having trouble getting it back in Shenendehowa territory. Here comes Chilton. Long cross-ice pass. Hits Hart. Hart breaking in. 10 seconds in the power play. McQuaig in the corner. Has it puck taken away, and it's dumped down the ice by Shenendehowa. That'll take care of the power play, as they did a good job killing it off. So both teams with a power play opportunity. Here comes Hart. He takes it across, looking for McQuaig. McQuaig trying to come up with a puck in the corner. McQuaig back to the point. Dion shot, knocked down in front. Hart trying to follow it up. It's poke checked in the corner. McQuaig after it. He can't control it. Back to the point. Dion shot right on. Oh, nice save by Valenti. He saw that one right at the last minute and made the big save on Tommy Dion's shot. And the faceoff will come to his left in Shenendehowa territory.
That puck just came sliding back to Dion. He didn't stop the puck. He hit it on the fly. And actually, the screen was Hurlbut was right between Dion and the goalie, and it went right through the legs of Hurlbut. And as you say, Valenti saw it just at the last minute and was right on net.
It was headed right between his legs, but he got the stick down and deflected it over the glass. Face off to his left in Shenendehowa territory. Linan's line out there against the Burke line. Off the face-off. Back to the point. Whalen takes a whack at it. It's knocked down. Slides to center ice. A lot of blocked shots here this afternoon. Here's Darren King. His shot. That goes way off the ice surface. Looked like a field goal attempt there. The face-off will come out at center ice.
Sort of a rising shot from just outside the blue line. Went over the glass by about 2 feet. So the face-off will be out between the center red line and the blue line.
5:38 left to play here in the period. It will be Burke taking the face against Linan off the draw. Linan backhands it. Massena territory. Jeffrey stops it, leaves it for Whalen. Whalen in behind the net, skates it out of there. Here comes Whalen, lugging the puck out, trying to drop it ahead. It's intercepted. Comes back to the Massena blue line. Dion is there. Here's Dion stepping by a check. Nice move. Dion gets a shot off. The save made by Valenti. And the puck comes behind the net. They jam at it there. Puck dumped back, but not out. Dion kept it in somehow. Gets another shot off. Deflected wide. In behind the net. They jam at it again. The puck bouncing. Whalen keeps it in. Takes a whack at it. It's knocked down. Goes into the corner. The bouncing puck comes to Burke. He's got a chance right in front. Trying to center it across. And it's intercepted right in front. A beautiful defensive play by Glenn. As the puck knocked back to center ice. Whalen gets a piece of it at the last minute. And offsides will be the call. As Whalen almost got burned that time.
Van Heusen almost getting away, but actually he put himself offside on the play. The whistle blew. The face-off just outside the Massena blue line. All tied 2-2 with 4:51 to go. We got a little OT here, Jerry.
Could very well be. Healy's line against Edwards' line now. Off the face-off. Puck controlled by King. He starts to move it. Takes it across the red line. Just dumps it. Here comes Seth Sovey after it, trying to pinch it in. Dump back out to center ice and down the ice. I don't think it's going to go quite far enough for icing. Yes, it does. It kind of looked like it was going to die, but it didn't. And icing the call. The Shenendehowa bench real unhappy with that as Robbie Chilton kind of slowed down.
Well, I think he just slowed down slightly and let that puck go over the goal line. Of course, as it did, it was blown for an icing call. So the face-off will come back in the Shenendehowa end. And it gives Stan Moore a chance to get the McQuaig line back out there.
Face off to the left of goaltender Ralph Valenti. 4:36 left in the third period. Still tied at 2. Off the face-off. Back to King. He takes a whack at it right on the save. The rebound in the net. That's Kenny Hurlbut.
Kenny Hurlbut.
Darren King will get the assist, and I think Bill McQuaig will also pick up an assist. That's a big, big goal for Massena. Kenny Hurlbut.
Hurlbut picking up that goal, and let's see, assist going to King.
Probably McQuaig.
And probably McQuaig. You know the big thing, the icing call. Sometimes you don't think the icing call means anything. It sure did, because the play went back in the Shenendehowa zone. 3-2 Massena.
Off the face-off, puck goes to the Shenendehowa blue line. The puck bouncing around, back out to center ice, controlled by Kenny Hurlbut. Hurlbut moves it ahead to Hart across the blue line. Hart pokes it in the corner. Hurlbut's going to try to chase it down. He and Spear jam for it. The puck bounces free, and Healy has it. Healy moving to Joubert. Joubert controlling the puck. Dumps it into Massena territory. It comes to Big Chilton, and the puck comes around the boards. They jam for it. Bouncing puck in behind the net. McQuaig throws a check. He and Healy jam. Healy centers it. Nobody there except Darren King, and he starts out for Massena. King trying to slide it ahead for McQuaig. McQuaig trying to skate by a check. He's taken off the puck by Joubert, and Joubert fires it around the boards. Now a hard check thrown by Hurlbut. The puck comes out to Dion. Over to King. King takes a whack at it. Valenti has to make the save from center ice. Massena getting that second line out there now as Spear comes up with a puck in the corner. Now poke checked away by Tayo to Edwards. Edwards circling behind the net, looking to drop it back to the point. Whalen tees it up. The shot. Oh, he hit the side of the net. Crowd thought it was a goal. Now right in front, Tayo just fired it wide. 3:20 left to play. Back to the point. Whalen again takes a whack at it. Lifts it right in front of the net. It's underneath. We have a penalty on Shenendehowa.
Penalty Shenendehowa. Let's see. That's number 18. Tidmarsh, I think, going off.
Cross-checking will be the call. And Massena will go on the power play with 3:13 left to play. Period number 3. The score, Massena 3, Shenendehowa 2. So Kenny Hurlbut coming up with a big goal. Hurlbut had a good night last night. I think he had a goal and 3 assists. So a big goal for Kenny Hurlbut. Face-off will be to the right side in Shenendehowa territory. The McQuaig line out there. Off the face-off. Puck sitting in the circle. They jam at it right in front. Hurlbut can't get the shot off. He's too well tied. Gets it back to Chilton, though. Chilton stops in the corner. Slides it through the middle. Hurlbut cruising in after it. He can't get it. Hart does the shot. Knocked down in front. They jam at it. Back to the point. Kept in by Chilton. Great job by Chilton. Gets a shot off his glove by Valenti, and he's going to hold on.
A little pushing and shoving there in front as Valenti made the save. As he did, I think Hart came across in front, I believe. Might have hit Valenti.
I think they're going to call a penalty on McQuaig.
Oh, that's on McQuaig. Okay, I thought it was Hart. Bobby Lozon saying, "Hey, wait a minute." Both referees are in front of the inside the circle.
Glenn's coming off as well. So he and McQuaig were mixing it up after Hart and the goaltender had a little push and set too. So I don't know what's going to happen here. But I think it's going to be matching minors. Maybe 2 matching minors. I don't know.
I'm not sure either. Let's see. McQuaig definitely goes in.
And so is Glenn.
Glenn also going in.
And so far, that's all that's up on the clock. Now, wait a minute. Now we've got Hart coming in.
Okay, I thought he'd got Hart.
And Cool goes in. I think he'll be serving.
Probably Hart, probably on the goalie.
Yeah.
Probably Hart and Valenti, I would think, because Cool also coming off.
Let's see here. Yeah, they're going to have to, I think, put somebody else in there.
They're going to put somebody else in, as Tidmarsh was already in. So Shenendehowa actually, their second or third penalty would be on a delay penalty.
That means we're going to see pretty much not a full house for the rest of the regulation time, the
right,
third
we've only
period.
got 2:55 to go. Massena's ahead by a score of 3-2 on a nice goal by Kenny Herbert. The shot was taken by King. The advantage of having the defenseman put that puck on the net, keeping it low. He might make the save, but he's going to give up the rebound. And all season long, Herbert and Hart have been the garbage men right around that net. And this time it was Herbert who got the go-ahead goal for Massena. Now they're trying to sort out those penalties.
So there are going to be 2 penalties on each team. I think the goalie, Valeni, is going to get called for 1, and Hart, the matching minor. Then it's going to be McQuaig and Glynn matching minors. In fact, this is so complicated, they had to send Paul Patterson onto the bench there to figure it all out.
That's bad when things are tough when you got to do that.
So it's going to be 3-on-3 for a while here. Of course, the situation with McQuaig in the penalty box, that makes a bit of an advantage for Shenendehowa, as their big gun McCarthy is still out there. 3-2, Massena leading by a singleton. We're down to 2:55. 3 men for Shenendehowa in the box, 2 men for Massena. Hurlbut will take the face-off. Off the draw, the puck goes in behind the net. Feeding it around the boards is Spear. Spear trying to get it to Healy. Healy back to Spear. Spear carries it out to center ice. Spear takes it across. Dion, Hurlbut, and Whalen out there. Here's a shot. Jeffrey makes the save. Bouncing puck goes into the corner as he didn't know where the heck it went to. Now after it is Spear. He and Whalen go after it. The puck comes free. Whalen picks it up. Dumps it ahead for Dion. We've got a 2-on-1 for Massena. Hurlbut crosses the blue line with Dion. Hurlbut, and a little bit too far for Hurlbut. He couldn't quite come up. Now here comes Shenendehowa back the other way. 2:19. Healy takes it across the blue line. He loses it. Hurlbut picks it up. Back the other way. Hurlbut, he's just going to dump it deep as he wants off. 2:09 left to play. Regulation time. Here's McCarthy to center ice. Kind of overskated it. Loses it. Edwards gets a piece of it. Feeds it ahead to Whalen. Whalen bounces off the board. Spear with it. Spear now to Healy. 1:53. Healy across the blue line. His shot. Whoa, just wide. And I mean just. As he had Jeffrey beat that time. Here's McCarthy dumping it in. Goes around behind the net. And Jeffrey stops it this time. Leaves it for Big Chilton. Chilton starts out for Massena. Trying to slide it through. He's got it himself. Takes it across the red line. Dumps it. Deep in Shenendehowa territory. Edwards, Dion, and Chilton. 2 seconds left in the matching minors. Back to Chilton at the point. The big shot. Oh, nice glove save by Valeni. Now they jam for it. The puck bouncing free. Hart makes a beautiful play. Trying to get the shot off the backhand right on the rebound. McQuaig in behind the net. 112. McQuaig trying to center it. The bouncing puck back to Dion. Dion into the corner. In behind the net. Circling. Looking for somebody to pass to. Finds Hart in the slot. His shot knocked down. Puck goes into the corner. It's picked up there by Nell. Hard check thrown by Hart. And Nell is down. The whistle blows. And with 54 seconds left, we're going to have a face-off, as I don't think Nell was really hurt.
Yeah, I think getting a little tired also. I'll tell you, there's been some good checks in this game here this evening, and a lot of bodies flying around, and it's been a hard-fought game all the way through from the first period. A lot of those guys got to get tired. A lot of them have seen a lot of ice time, Jerry. They've got to be tired.
54 seconds left to play in the third period. Face-off will be in Shenendehowa territory, and the Plainsmen want a timeout, Reg.
I don't blame them.
They've still got Titmarsh in the penalty box, and Hart, Dion, and Chilton, the power play unit out for Massena. Face-off to the left. 54 seconds left. Off the face-off, the puck controlled by Glenn. Glenn trying to dump it out to center ice for the streaking McCarthy. Goes by McCarthy. Dion ties him up. Slides it back ahead. The puck bouncing around. Glenn shot. Knocked down. Oh, Jeffrey had to make a big save as the puck deflected by a Massena defenseman. Dion picks up the puck, dumps it out. And that's going to be an icing call on Massena. No, they waved it off. Oh, they missed it.
I think they missed that one.
Boy, they sure did.
Shenendehowa coach is really hollering on that one.
Here comes McCarthy breaking down the ice. Taken out of the play by Dion. Comes up with it anyway. As it poke checked away, the puck goes in the corner. 17 seconds left. Dion slides it ahead for McQuaig. Back to Dion. Penalty is up. Dion lifts it to center ice. Back for it is Spear. 5 seconds. The net is empty. The bouncing puck. McQuaig's got it. Takes a shot at the empty net. There's the buzzer, and Massena wins it on a score of 3-2. And I'll tell you what, I don't think Shenendehowa is real happy with that last call.
Well, I think the referee sort of blew that last, and it definitely was. And heck, the players around the circle, coach is not very happy over that call. I really think they missed that call and that icing. It might have made a difference. It would have put the face-off back into Massena,
yes,
and it would have gave maybe Shenendehowa a little bit of a rest. But as it was, Massena come out on top on a well-played game by a score of 3-2, and just a good game, a hard-hitting game, a defensive type of game. Not as many shots as we normally have seen in a game like this. Massena not taking a lot of the shots that they normally have. Total saves for Greg Jeffrey, 13. For Ralph Valente, 21 saves. So I think both goalies really played well. Both teams played well. It's just tough to lose a game like that. Massena Taylor really had to work hard to win that to win this game. 4:33 shown on the clock when Kenny Hurlbut got that winning goal with an assist going to Darren King. Darren had the right point, took the shot. Save was made. It was right on net. Save was made by Ralph Valente. Rebound, however, came out. Kenny Hurlbut right there threw that puck back in the net. Also an assist on that goal was Bill McQuaig. So the awards are being given out. The runner-up trophy will be given to Shenendehowa, who really had a good tournament. They come in here, they won 3-1 against an Ancaster team, and they took Massena really right down to the line. It was 2-2 with only 4:33 to go, and Massena got their go-ahead goal. Shenendehowa, I'll tell you, real good club. They're an impressive club. They play well.
And I'll tell you what, if Massena does win the sectionals, it's going to be a tough game against this team down there.
Down there is right.
Now Massena will get the championship trophy. And co-captains Bill McQuaig and Tom Dion come over to accept the trophy for the Massena Red Raiders. A couple of gentlemen who were instrumental in the win.
They sure were. Yep, Tommy Dion picking up a goal. That is, he picked up the second goal of the night. Matt Hart picked up the first goal, and, of course, the big goal of the night going to Kenny Hurlbut.
Hurlbut had a good night last night as well. As he had a goal and 3 assists.
Goal, 2 assists last night.
Right.
Dion had a goal last night. McQuaig had a goal last night. Hart had a goal last night. Well, those guys have been the players that have brought Massena all the way through the season, Jerry. When you needed a goal, you're always looking for guys like Dion, McQuaig, Hart, and Hurlbut, and they've been there.
Well, the all-tournament goalie is Greg Jeffrey. You had to figure whoever won this game would win it.
That's right. He came up with 13 saves, but I tell you, 13 big saves. Ralph Valente, a little bit busier in net, came up with 21 saves. But Greg Jeffries made the saves when he had to.
Tom Dion at defense.
Tommy played a good game. I'll tell you, he was on the ice a lot. He made a lot of saves right at the blue line, keeping the puck in tonight. He happened to be there, in the right spot at the right time. But that comes with experience, knowing where to be.
Harkins from Northwood.
All right.
The other defenseman.
Harkins from Northwood, the other defenseman.
Now the forwards. Matt Hart.
Hart picking up that first goal of the night. And also Hart picking up a goal in last night's win over Northwood. And Matt Hart, again, right around that net all the time. When the rebound comes out there. And I don't think what people realize, the guys that hang around in front of the net like Hurlbut and Hart, they take a pounding too, I'll tell you. The defensemen are always on them. Billy McQuaig also getting the nod at the forward slot.
The other forward. Phil McCarthy.
McCarthy picking up 2 goals for Shenendehowa tonight. Big man on that first line of Joubert, Healy, and McCarthy really played well. I'll tell you, that Joubert a couple of times, he got a couple of jets there. He put the old jets on a couple of times for Shenendehowa. Kenny Robert getting the MVP of the tournament. I tell you, he got the goal when it was needed, the 3rd goal for Massena. The save was made, the rebound come out. Kenny Hurlbut was right there in front of the net, pushing it home.
Picks up a new pair of skates, too.
Right, new pair of skates, not bad.
So there you go, the all-tournament team. Massena, the champion of their own tournament.